I'm just going to deliver what is coming across on our alert system here, that this jury has found Trump sexually abused Carroll. This just coming out now. We're waiting to hear it at that microphone to the right, but we are seeing, but did not rape her.
That's the outcome of the civil cases writer E. Jean Carroll brought against former U.S. President Donald Trump. Welcome to About That. I'm Lauren Burden for Andrew Chang. Yesterday afternoon, Trump was found liable for both defaming and sexually abusing Carroll, but he was not liable for raping her. And now there are questions about Trump's future as he continues to campaign for re-election in 2024. And here's what you need to know about the trial. Carroll alleged in 2019 that Trump assaulted her in a department store in the 1990s. Then she said when she did speak out that Trump defamed her. And this is what she had to say when she testified in April.
I'm here because Donald Trump raped me. And when I wrote about it, he said I lied and shattered my reputation. And I'm here to get my life back.
Trump declined to testify. He didn't even make an appearance at the trial. But his deposition was made public last Friday.
It's a big fat hoax. She's a liar and she's a sick person, in my opinion.
The jury found Trump liable for defamation, too. And the jury awarded Carroll $5 million in total for damages.
He's strong. He's ready to move forward. He wants to fight this on appeal.
And something important to note here about that, as long as the case is on appeal, Trump won't have to pay the damages. After the verdict was delivered, Trump immediately posted on his social media platform, Truth Social, calling it a disgrace. Carroll left the courthouse without speaking to reporters, but she did issue a statement. Today, the world finally knows the truth. This victory is not just for me, but for every woman who has suffered because she was not believed. Carroll's lawyer, Roberta Kaplan, wrote that she hoped her client's case would prove nobody is above the law, not even the President of the United States. Now, remember, this was a civil trial, meaning there was no guilty or not guilty verdict. No criminal charges in this matter, only liability. Joining us now to help break down what this all means for Trump's 2024 election bid, we have Aaron Blake from The Washington Post. Hey, Aaron.
Good morning.
So tell me, what is this going to mean for Trump's 2024 bid?
You know, it's a really good question. This is a former president who has faced a number, dozens, in fact, of sexual misconduct allegations over the years. But this is the first time that we've seen an actual verdict against him. At the same time, it's not a criminal trial. It is a civil case in which the standard is a preponderance of evidence. It was, as Donald Trump's legal team will tell you, happening in Manhattan, which is a heavily blue area. So we're seeing a big split emerging right away. There are a number of Republicans who think that the good idea is to turn the page on Trump in 2024, and they worry about his electability. They say this furthers the argument against renominating him. On the other hand, we do have a lot of Republicans, including some more establishment-oriented Republicans, who are defending him pretty strongly in light of this and basically arguing that this doesn't change their calculus at all.
Like, what does this mean for his support base? Do you think that they will take this seriously?
It's a really good question. If you look at the history of polling on Donald Trump's various controversies, the idea that he had sexually harassed or done something wrong when it comes to his treatment of women over the years is one of the issues that seems to concern people the most. There was a poll in 2017 that showed Americans by a 2-to-1 margin said Trump should be impeached and removed from office if it is proven that he sexually harassed women. A big question from there is whether this is something that his supporters will believe as having proven that. Again, lower standard of proof, something that happened decades ago. It's not difficult to see this being something that many of his supporters will look past. But even if it's a small number of the Republican Party base, a small amount of the Trump base, that could have some significant implications for the general election, and it could cause Republicans to rethink their calculus for 2024 primaries.
Yeah, and what about, I mean, looking at January 6th, those criminal investigations are ongoing. Does this have any kind of effect there?
Yeah, I think it's you know, one of the points that the number 2 Senate Republican, John Thune, made yesterday was that basically this is going to be only part of what happens over the next several months here. We, of course, have the indictment in Manhattan. We have potential criminal charges in Fulton County, Georgia. The Justice Department is examining Donald Trump's handling of classified materials, and January 6th as well. So it may not be one thing that ultimately changes that calculus for Republicans, but the kind of drumbeat of revelations and potentially adverse outcomes like this one was are something that I think a lot of Republicans are fearful of right now, even if they feel duty bound as loyal Republicans to stand by their party's frontrunner.
Absolutely. Well, it'll be really interesting to watch what happens. Aaron Blake, thank you so much.
Thank you.